For years, there were rumors that Tori Spelling and Brian Austin Green had a romantic connection behind the scenes of Beverly Hills 90210. Green's version of events was always a little hazy until now, but Spelling frequently alluded to a deeper relationship. Green recently cleared the air regarding the fundamental nature of their relationship, finally addressing the rumors. Was it friendship all along, a fleeting affair, or a true romance? Come explore Brian's open disclosures and learn the real story behind the Hollywood gossip. A difficult beginning with Tori Spelling. In 90210, Brian and Tori Spelling's characters are frequently inseparable, but their relationship isn't always as harmonious off-screen. Tori and Brian had a special bond from the beginning, but there were persistent suspicions that their chemistry went beyond acting. Their relationship was based on helping one another out and navigating stardom as young performers. Brian recently acknowledged that they were close throughout the series despite their relationship's ups and downs. Brian added that their characters shared a strong friendship that has endured over time, despite many people assuming that their romance reflected real life. Relationship with Megan Fox. Beginning in 2004, the romance between Brian Austin Green and Megan Fox swiftly rose to prominence in Hollywood. Despite their age gap, the couple seemed to have a strong bond, and Megan frequently gave Brian credit for assisting her in acclimating to life in the spotlight. The relationship was characterized by many difficulties, often exacerbated by the ongoing media attention, even though it seemed glamorous from the outside. Brian has acknowledged that fame added particular strains to their relationship and has characterized their years together as fulfilling and turbulent. They tried to keep things stable while enduring several splits and reconciliations. Ultimately, they made the difficult but necessary decision to split up in 2020. Brian has always expressed gratitude for Megan's development and the lessons they learned together. Despite its ups and downs, their romance profoundly impacted both and taught audiences that love in the spotlight is complicated and calls for forbearance and empathy. Raising children in the public eye. The media's interest in Brian and Megan Fox's parenting and personal life increased along with the size of their brood. Together, the couple has 3 children, and Brian has frequently stated his desire to provide his children with a secure, grounded environment. He's put a lot of effort into protecting his kids from the more negative effects of public scrutiny in a society where celebrities can be invasive. He respects their privacy and emphasizes that they ought to have a childhood free from the demands of being a famous person. To balance the needs of his job and parenthood, Brian has prioritized providing his kids with a secure and caring environment, putting their welfare ahead of celebrity. He frequently discusses the value of normalcy for his children and emphasizes the need to forge close family ties despite the difficulties. Brian's devotion as a father demonstrates his resolve to raise his kids with love and fortitude, demonstrating that his parental duty is his top priority. Brian struggles with co-parenting. Following his divorce from Megan Fox, Brian has had to deal with the difficulty of co-parenting in the spotlight, which was made more difficult by ongoing rumors in the media. Given the demands of sharing parenting obligations as celebrities, fans frequently questioned whether the ex-couple was still friendly. Since then, Brian has clarified that their children's stability and happiness always comes first, regardless of personal disagreements. He and Megan have endeavored to establish a polite co-parenting relationship, prioritizing the welfare of their kids over any lingering conflicts. They've built a solid foundation that enables their children to flourish by emphasizing communication and respect for one another. Brian has grown as a father and a person, as evidenced by his maturity and commitment to handling this part of his life. His co-parenting demonstrates his dedication to putting his feelings aside for the sake of the kids, giving them a secure and caring home. Juggling family life and celebrity. Brian Austin Green has always had to balance his family and stardom in Hollywood. Even though he had a successful career appearing in popular television series and films, his family was always his top focus. Brian preferred a sedate existence for his kids, frequently selecting assignments that allowed him to spend more time at home, unlike superstars who relish every moment of the limelight. Although he acknowledged that the difficulties of celebrity had an impact on his relationships, his role as a father remained unadulterated. Brian has taken on fewer parts in recent years to be more present for his children, demonstrating that beneath his Hollywood facade is a devoted father who prioritizes family over glamour and flash. Connection to Shabergus. Following his breakup with Megan Fox, Brian started seeing Shabergus, a professional dancer who gained notoriety from Dancing with the Stars. Their relationship immediately attracted public notice, particularly since people questioned whether Brian was prepared for a new phase of his life. Brian has talked about how Sharna helped him embrace optimism in the face of his challenges by bringing a new viewpoint into his life. Fans appreciated Sharna's support of Brian in his job as a father, and their friendship appeared sincere. Because of their social media transparency, the couple showed Brian's fun side and supportive relationship, which he greatly cherishes. The effects of speculation on tabloids. During his career, Brian has had to deal with constant media conjecture about anything from relationships to family issues. His personal life suffered greatly as a result of the ongoing media scrutiny. Brian once admitted that he stepped back from the spotlight because he felt that untrue rumors affected his friends and family more than they hurt him. He refused to let tabloids dictate his life and remained silent in a dignified manner despite the difficulties. Brian acknowledged that he's discovered how to safeguard his mental well-being by concentrating on the essential things. He's found serenity by establishing limits even if rumors are circulating. He and his former co-stars are friends. After Beverly Hills 90210 finished, fans frequently questioned whether the cast remained close. According to Brian, he's still close friends with many of his former co-stars, including Tori Spelling and Jenny Garth. These friendships gave him a network of support throughout his career, particularly at trying times. The group frequently reunites for reunions and special projects, reminding viewers of their close relationship. Brian's devotion to his on-screen and off-screen pals is a testament to his character, as he frequently acknowledges their assistance in navigating celebrity and maintaining his sense of reality. The reboot of 90210. To the joy of devoted fans, Brian Austin Green and some of his former co-stars from 90210 returned for a relaunch of the beloved series in 2019. By having the actors portray exaggerated versions of themselves, this relaunch, called BH 90210, took a unique approach and gave viewers an intimate glimpse into the possible drama that comes with reviving a beloved program. Despite having only one season, the show was a nostalgic journey back to the Beverly Hills world and was influential in rekindling fans' affection for the original. Returning to the part of David Silver was exciting for Brian, but it also came with a sense of duty because he had to balance his character's background and development over time. Even though it was brief, Brian had a positive memory of the experience and felt privileged to revive David Silver. His relationships with his co-stars were reinforced, the show's legacy was honored, and he re-established a connection with his past through the revival. Knowledge gained from Megan Fox. Brian and Megan Fox's relationship, one of Hollywood's most watched romances, captivated the public's interest and the media. Brian has freely admitted that his time with Megan offered him priceless lessons about love, patience, and compromise, even if their marriage ended. He acknowledged that when they initially started dating, he wasn't ready for the necessity of communication, which has frequently been discussed. The difficulties of being with someone as well-known as Megan forced him to develop his fortitude and evolve. When he thinks back on their relationship, Brian still appreciates her excellent influence on his life and attributes his unexpected maturation to her. He's always spoken warmly about Megan despite their breakup, emphasizing the positive changes their partnership brought to his life rather than the difficulties. These interactions with her greatly influenced his identity as a dad and a spouse. Overcoming individual obstacles. Although Brian has experienced some adversity, he's been candid about his experiences. Brian has had several difficulties that have tested his fortitude, including personal losses and family issues. He welcomed these situations as chances for personal development rather than running away. In recent interviews, he talked about how self-analysis and treatment enabled him to overcome these obstacles and adopt a more balanced outlook. Fans respond favorably to Brian's candor about his struggles, demonstrating that everyone faces difficulties in Hollywood. His tenacity inspires others going through similar challenges. Encouragement of his kids' individuality. As a father, Brian has consistently defended his kids' uniqueness and enabled them to express themselves without limitation. He feels that every one of his children should be free to pursue their hobbies and identities without feeling compelled to fit in. Whether it's supporting their interests, fashion choices, or artistic endeavors, Brian creates a free-spirited atmosphere where his kids feel comfortable being themselves. He places a high value on celebrity children's happiness, independence, and self-confidence in a society where they're frequently the subject of public scrutiny. He recently revealed that Brian's greatest dream is to encourage his kids to embrace their authentic selves and be confident. He sets an example for his children by modeling compassion and acceptance, demonstrating that being authentic to oneself is the path to true happiness. Brian's parenting style demonstrates his intense dedication to his kids' welfare and uniqueness. Managing public criticism. Public criticism is a standard part of life in the spotlight, and Brian Austin Green is no stranger to it. Brian has been criticized for several things, including his personal decisions and acting style. He's discovered that concentrating on his inner circle and priorities helps him deal with this negativity. Brian once said it's impossible to please everyone, particularly in Hollywood. He focuses on his art, family, and mental health rather than responding to detractors. This strategy has kept him grounded, demonstrating that his best tool for handling celebrity is a composed and laser-like mindset. Together with Megan Fox, co-parenting. Co-parenting may be difficult, particularly in Hollywood, where schedules and media attention complicate everything. Even after his marriage to Megan Fox ended, Brian Austin Green has remained dedicated to providing their kids with a peaceful, co-parenting atmosphere. Brian recently affirmed that he and Megan highly value open communication and adaptability to make sure his kids feel loved and supported by both parents. He thinks that respect is essential, and despite their relationship changing, they're still very committed to each other and their children. Despite the challenges of co-parenting, this strategy has significantly improved their kids' sense of security and happiness. Accepting new love. Later in life, after going through a public divorce and heartbreak, Brian fell in love with Shabergus, showing audiences that it's never too late to start over. He talked about how Sharna helped him recover happiness by bringing optimism in his life. Fans following Brian's journey have responded favorably to the couple's candor and sincere bond. He said that after years of difficulties, Sharna's compassion and understanding were just what he needed. Brian has demonstrated that despite prior struggles, it is possible to move on, evolve, and find love again by accepting this new chapter. Brian's love of dancing. When Brian and Shabergus joined the Dancing with the Stars cast, many of his fans were taken aback. Brian, most known for his acting skills, surprised and thrilled his fans by pursuing a dance career. At first, he was hesitant to accept the demanding routines and public appearances, but he soon discovered the experience was enjoyable. Dancing pushed him beyond his comfort zone and helped him develop new talents because it was both cognitively and physically taxing. Brian saw the trip as a personal victory despite not winning the competition. He gained a profound respect for dancing as an art form and deepened his bond with Sharna as a friend and partner due to this experience. Fans were inspired by Brian's determination to do something completely different, demonstrating to them that stepping into uncharted areas can result in unforeseen happiness and fulfillment. Overcoming obstacles in health. In addition to mental difficulties, Brian Austin Green has also had to cope with medical problems. He suffered from vertigo at one time, which had a significant influence on his day-to-day activities and work. According to Brian, this event made him realize how important it is to look after his health and avoid overexerting himself. He was able to recover control and put his health first with the aid of medical assistance and lifestyle modifications. Because of his candor about this health issue, fans could see his more vulnerable side, reminding everyone that physical difficulties are common among celebrities and that putting one's health first is essential to leading a whole life. Encouragement of mental health education. Due to his hardships throughout his life, Brian has emerged as a strong voice for mental health awareness. He frequently discusses the advantages of treatment since he feels that mental health is equally as vital as physical health. Brian recently said that one of the best things he ever did was to get therapy, which helped him deal with both personal and professional difficulties. Brian has joined an increasing number of celebrities who are working to dispel the stigma associated with mental health concerns by sharing his personal experiences. His support encourages followers to look after their mental health and get treatment when necessary. Relationship with his kid's step-parent. Brian has demonstrated respectable maturity in a contemporary and challenging family dynamic by cultivating a good connection with Machine Gun Kelly, who's romantically linked with his ex-wife Megan Fox, and significantly influences his kids' lives. Brian knows how critical it is to provide his kids with a peaceful home and feels that mutual respect as parents is crucial to their welfare. He's made public remarks about the importance of respect and cooperation, emphasizing that children gain when all adults collaborate. His children feel safe, appreciated, and at ease thanks to the supportive, blended family environment established by his open-minded approach to co-parenting. Brian's strategy demonstrates how putting aside disagreements for the benefit of the kids may create a happy family atmosphere, inspiring many families in comparable circumstances with his example of harmony and understanding. A different perspective on notoriety. Over the years, Brian's experience with celebrities has changed. He first relished the benefits of becoming a celebrity, but soon became cautious of the unceasing attention. Brian now respects his privacy and approaches celebrities more cautiously, concentrating on projects that support his objectives rather than vying for attention. He once remarked that he has learned to value a more subdued lifestyle where he can choose his undertakings more carefully, and that celebrity isn't as glamorous as people believe. This change shows his wish to put his family, health, and personal development ahead of the pull of celebrity. Keeping friendships alive in Hollywood. Brian has maintained enduring ties with a select group of Hollywood co-workers in a field where relationships are often short-lived. He's remained in touch with his 90210 co-stars and other pals in the industry who have helped him through different stages of his life. Brian thinks sincere connections are crucial, particularly in a cutthroat industry like Hollywood. He's maintained his sense of reality by surrounding himself with people who genuinely know him and leaning on their assistance when things get complicated. These friendships have greatly aided his life and have helped him deal with the highs and lows of family and celebrity. Dealing with the pressures of social media. Brian Austin Green has a complicated relationship with social media. Even if it gives celebrities direct communication with their fans, he shares glimpses of his life on social media sites like Instagram, but is conscious of the drawbacks, such as trolls and invasive remarks. Brian recently revealed that he's discovered how to use social media to safeguard his mental well-being by participating constructively without being overly engrossed in criticism. He's adopted a balanced approach by sharing events that align with his ideals and emphasizing authenticity above trying to please everyone. His unexpected journey into reality TV. Despite his reputation for scripted television, Brian shocked viewers by dabbling in reality television. Through his involvement in Dancing with the Stars, audiences witnessed a distinct aspect of him that went beyond the parts he portrayed. Brian found the experience freeing despite his initial reluctance, since it let him reveal himself and shed his actor persona. He accepted the challenge, even enjoying the unpredictable nature of reality TV despite the pressure of live performances. This brave venture into unscripted entertainment was well received by fans for its honesty and spontaneity. Promoting fatherhood in the film industry. Being a father to multiple kids, Brian takes his parental responsibilities seriously and frequently promotes good parenthood in the entertainment sector. He utilizes his platform to remind others of the value of putting one's children first because Hollywood often glamorizes fame over family. He's talked candidly about the benefits and difficulties of being a father, stating that it's his most significant role. Brian wants to encourage other famous fathers to be involved in their kids' lives by sharing his experiences and commitment, fostering a culture that places equal importance on family ties and professional achievement. Facing the challenges of being a child actor. Because he began his profession early, Brian Austin Green grew up in the spotlight. Despite his early success, he's discussed the difficulties and demands of being a young actor. Brian revealed the advantages and disadvantages of being thrown into stardom as a teenager in Beverly Hills 90210. He clarified how young actors may find stardom too much to handle, depriving them of everyday experiences. He aims to utilize his expertise to help aspiring performers navigate the difficulties of Hollywood, having come to respect his path over the years. A new beginning following heartbreak. Brian went through introspection following his divorce from Megan Fox, putting himself first before pursuing a new relationship. He said that instead of jumping right into something new, giving oneself a new beginning was crucial. He could reevaluate his true desires in a relationship at this time, which gave him a more mature and realistic outlook on love. By going slowly, he developed a stronger bond with Shabergus. After a major relationship ends, Brian's journey serves as a reminder of the value of self-care and recovery. A beneficial impact on his children's future. As a devoted father, Brian has consistently stressed the value of teaching his kids moral principles. Regardless of the family's notoriety, he urges them to follow their passions and cultivate a sense of responsibility. Brian wants his kids to be strong and self-sufficient to face life's challenges. He leads them through life with insight and encouragement rather than overprotecting them from difficulties. His children have significantly benefited from this strategy, which has given them a positive outlook on celebrity and personal development as they grow older. The significance of charity in his life. Brian Austin Green is passionate about philanthropy in addition to acting. He uses his position to spread awareness and change the world by supporting several charity initiatives. Giving back gives Brian a feeling of purpose outside of Hollywood and is a vital aspect of his life. His support of charitable causes and neighborhood gatherings reveals a more sympathetic side of him to his admirers. He urges others in the industry to follow in his footsteps, believing that using his famous status to give back to society is immensely satisfying. Fans and colleagues alike respect and admire him for his commitment to philanthropy. Examining the life lessons acquired. Brian Austin Green has learned many valuable things about life throughout his turbulent Hollywood career. He's talked about how every event has molded him into who he is now, whether in his personal life, relationships, or career. Brian expresses gratitude for his accomplishments and difficulties, emphasizing the value of development, humility, and resilience. He feels that he's been able to live a more genuine and satisfying life by learning from every chapter, good or bad. By sharing these observations, he encourages his followers to embrace their life journeys with an open mind and heart. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon